Growing up, did you watch Alice in Wonderland? This classic story, written by Lewis Carroll, has been through many iterations throughout the years and has become a must-watch for children of the modern day. From the original books to the plethora of film adaptations, it would be to no surprise that you, at the very least, know something about the story, most notably, the world Alice has found herself in. Wonderland is akin to something you'd see in the fantasy of a child, with objects and characters being largely out of proportion to their real-world counterparts. Wonderland is whimsical in this regard. It is a world we can never see, where distortion exists. Well, where it should only exist. However, life and perception are not that simple, and sometimes the wondrous and fantastical become much more real than we are comfortable with. Let us enter the distorted reality of those who find themselves to be in the shoes of Alice. The official name of the disorder is called Todd syndrome, named after the doctor who first learned about and studied the disorder, John Todd. Dr. Todd learned about this disorder through his patients, who stated that they experienced bodily and reality distortions after experiencing migraines. While the patients knew that they were hallucinating and they did not exhibit or test for any serious brain damage, they saw the world around them as different than what they knew, with objects and their own body being sized differently than what they knew they should be. Todd theorized that this is what Lewis Carroll experienced himself, causing him to implement characteristics of the disorder into Alice in Wonderland. Carroll often experienced intense migraines, and, coupled with the distortions that appeared throughout the entirety of Alice's adventures in Wonderland, it is safe to assume that Carroll saw the world such as Alice did. All of this has led to the disorder being nicknamed Alice in Wonderland syndrome, or AIWS. As for the disorder itself, there is little in terms of diagnosis or information regarding the syndrome. This is because of the seemingly simple nature and resolution of the disorder. Alice in Wonderland syndrome seems to be caused by migraines and some diseases, most notably Epstein-Barr virus, which is a common cause for mononucleosis. However, it seems that once these are treated, Alice in Wonderland syndrome goes away with it. More interestingly, however, it seems that the disorder seems to affect children the most, with younger children being a majority of those who suffer from the temporary disorder. Unfortunately, many reasons for the causes and better treatments behind the disorder are unknown due to lack of research. Is it hereditary? How common is it? And how should it be treated exactly? These specifics are largely unknown. While it can be unsettling, the disorder is rather harmless, so, if diagnosed, not much is to be worried about. As for what exactly the disorder does, it is, basically, the distortion of reality, but the victim knows it is not real. Firstly, issues with size become prevalent. The person in question may experience microsomatonausea or macrosomatonausea, which leads you to believe that the body or individual parts are bigger or smaller than actuality. Likewise, micropsia and macropsia are the same thing, but with objects. Zoopsia is another hallucination which can occur, in which a person sees groups of animals that are not really there. Hearing distortions are also common, with the occurrence of misunderstanding common sounds or hearing weird noises being common occurrences. Finally, time distortions are the most severe, with patients experiencing slowness in how time passes. Due to this, objects may be moving faster or slower than they really are, leading to a higher sense of disorientation. While the shift in perception may be understood and recognized by the patient as being fake or imaginative, the dizziness and confusion caused by such issues can still lead to nausea and further intensity and achiness of the brain. While the fantastical world of Wonderland itself may be enchanting, its real-world version is certainly not as joyful. Seeing the world distorted and different is nowhere near the levels of desirable it may seem when absorbing Carroll's works. While the disorder itself is light in its consequences, seeing animals and weirdly shaped objects is no Disney film in terms of enjoyment. Enjoy the film, but be grateful you are not Alice, as it is no joyride when Wonderland becomes a reality. Thank you for watching the video. If you have any other mental disorders that are interesting like this one that you maybe want a video on, or just any interesting subjects in general, leave a comment down below. I see all comments, and there's a ton of interesting topics in this space that I would love to make videos on, so if there's anything that interests you, that you want more elaboration, or you just want it in a fun video format, let me know and I may do a video on it. I hope you check out some of the other videos, and I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.